What's up, my beautiful children? It is your fantasy football dad back here on a Sunday evening to draft some puppy 3 teams on Underdog Fantasy. We're doing some best ball drafts tonight. Week 1 of the preseason is over. Any big surprises? Anyone stand out? Nah. Um, Nothing. I guess Travis Hunter it was kind of cool to see him playing on both sides, and I think he is going to have a pretty big role in the offense. So I think we should probably start getting a little bit of Travis Hunter. I think he is going to be a player to watch, and I was reading that he had pretty good slot usage in the game there. So if he's getting those slot snaps in a Liam Cohen offense, we saw last year what happened with Chris Godwin before the unfortunate injury. He was playing in the slot and he was killing it, right? I think he was wide receiver 3 or something like crazy for the first 5 weeks until that unfortunate injury. So if Hunter is getting some slots in the snap, that's something to look for. I think the next 2 games, if they do play, if some of the starters do play, I'm going to be looking at that, where he's kind of lining up. Ja'Cory, what's his name again? Krosky, Merritt, Prosky, Broski. He did well, right? I think that backfield in Washington is up for grabs. You have a running quarterback who's going to siphon off some goal line carries, but at the same time, doesn't hurt to have a running quarterback. That opens up more lanes for the running back. I personally believe, and I've seen that running backs do well when there's a running quarterback, the threat of a running quarterback. So, is he going to take over in the first few weeks? Probably not. But like we saw last year, Brian Robinson Jr. and Austin Eckler were pretty injury prone, right? They didn't play the full 17 games, and they did miss a couple of games here and there. So if there's a path, there is a path for Mr. Krosky Merritt to get in there. And so if he's able to step in there, you never know, right? Those are kind of one of those things that late round flyer, your RB number 5, he's kind of popped up in drafts, right? He was going in the 200s before. Now he's kind of settled in the 160, 170s. And I think he's just going to go up more and more if he does well in the preseason. But, wider, you're running back 4 or 5 and potentially can take over or be in that offense and be a threat to the playing time for Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler. So interesting there. Trey Lance is looking good. Unfortunately, he has a man named Justin Herbert in front of him, but kind of showing some glimpses of what we possibly thought he could be when he was drafted that high. Unfortunately, it's been not the greatest of a career arc for him, but not bad, pretty good. The way he did that today, and I don't know. I was actually really interested in Malik Washington. Obviously Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill were not playing, but man, was when Tua was playing though. So Tua was started this the game today. And he targeted Malik Washington. Malik Washington had like 4 catches like in the first couple of drives. So, that's something to look for. If for any reason, like I've talked about, Tyreek loses his mind and he's gone after retires in the third quarter of week 3, then we could potentially see Malik Washington step into a big role. And I think that's not a bad hidden gem, right? Not a bad little Tua stack you could have at the end there if you pick Tua. If you're looking for a quarterback and maybe you just wait for Malik Washington to kind of fall into your lap as a 7th wide receiver or 8th wide receiver in your best ball build. And then, you could throw in a Darren Waller in there, right? Like nothing beats Darren Waller. Man, that guy screwed me so bad. Was it last year or was it the year before? I don't know. He screwed me pretty bad when I took him when he joined the Giants, and then he retired on me. There's always going to be. I wonder who's going to be this year's Darren Waller, right? Tyreek's up for. He's up for the award, right? There's a couple of other guys that are up for the award. The Darren Waller. I'm going to retire before the season starts of the year. Aaron Rodgers could potentially be up for that award, right? So we have some candidates, right? We can't ignore. Yeah, interesting to see. And it's obviously funny as the overreactions come in, but the next game, the next preseason game might be where you get a few starters, a little bit more playing time. So it'll be interesting to see where guys slot in, who's getting playing time after the ones is very important sometimes because there are going to be the ones that can be the backups, and then you can draft those accordingly. But I think you're in the meat of this of like the draft season right now, right? Especially with best ball, the season long redraft leagues are probably not getting drafted yet. I wouldn't personally, be just because of potential injuries. But best ball, it's good, right? Because you can still get those low ADPs for some players, and then as soon as the starters start playing, and then they have a good preseason game, those ADPs go up. Maybe sometimes not for the good, right? It could be for the bad as well. But that does happen. So so we'll talk about that as we go into the draft. I'll kind of get in here on this one. Let's get started. I don't want to wait too long as we're waiting anyway. So, and then Cam Ward looked pretty good, not bad. He didn't look like he was out of his element. That was an interesting game for two reasons. First of all, Calvin Ridley is getting fed. Calvin Ridley is his boy, so I think Calvin Ridley is going to have a good year. Because I don't think the Titans are going to they're still going to be trailing, I feel. So I think it's going to be a team where they're going to be throwing maybe quite a bit. So I think with Calvin Ridley and that connection with Cam Ward, it looks pretty positive right now. And then unfortunately, Tajay Spears, one of the guys that got really hyped up in the preseason, a lot of good coach speak. Unfortunately, I think he had a high ankle sprain, so I'm not sure. They said he's going to miss all of preseason. So unfortunately, that injury could linger into the season, depending on if it heals. If it doesn't, then you potentially have a smash with Tony Pollard. They don't have much depth. I think Khalil Mullings is their recent draft pick, but I don't think there's going to be a big worry for Tony Pollard. So I think Tony Pollard's kind of interesting. Maybe take a flyer on him tonight, just to kind of get him in some of the teams. And if Tajay Spears is not ready to go, or if there's something potentially the injury is worse than it looks, or it's kind of diagnosed, we can kind of go off of that. So let's start off here. We got the number 2 slot, and I'm gonna take the guy I believe is gonna smash this year. Top fantasy player. I think he's gonna have a great year. Fingers crossed, no injuries. But Bijan Robinson, come on down. Come to your father's team. We are ready and willing to have you, my friend. And we'll start off with Bijan. And I don't know if you saw from my previous stream or heard from my previous stream, but they didn't have the numbers and they took the numbers out, right? The numbers, because I was getting kind of confused with the math, right? I was trying to figure out which number ADP they fell under, but Underdog probably heard my desperate pleas, right? And they added the numbers back in, so we're back, baby. No math here, right? I don't need to worry about math and try to figure out what number they are on the ADP. We're looking here. We're looking at JJ going number 3, Jefferson, Lamb 4, Gibbs 5, Barkley 6. Barkley's fallen, man. Barkley was going number 2 before number 3, and there's nothing in there to kind of say anything otherwise. Like, he's not going to have a great year. I believe in him. I don't think anything's changed. Potentially, he got siphoned off some, goal line carries from Mr. Jalen Hurts there, right? With the little tush push there, but right. But if those are maybe 5 yards out, that's maybe a Saquon touchdown. So, it could be that Saquon has a good year, but it's just kind of one of those things, right? Everyone kind of gets there's a little bit of fatigue. I've heard a little bit of fatigue, a Saquon fatigue. But at the same time, like, why are you running away from somebody that could potentially be the number 1 fantasy player again? You never know, right? The number 1 fantasy running back. Interesting. I'm one to talk because I took Bijan, but at the same time, I got a lot of Barkley shares as well, so I'm not favoring one over the other. I'm kind of have the equal for him as well. And my thinking is that maybe he has one more year in him, right? We might want to say that he's going to fall off a cliff a la Derrick Henry, but they come back to surprise us, right? That's what they do. So we're coming around here pretty quick. Pick number 23. Let's see what's going on 23 right now. So it's Tyreek still around the 23 area. Jacobs 24. Higgins 25. Chase Brown's gone up quite a bit. He was around pick number 30 before. So, but Tyreek goes, man, eh? That guy's not worried about the third week retirement. And then Bowers goes. I'm assuming Ladd McConkey goes next. You have obviously people worried about Keenan Allen coming back, but when you have Ladd, you gotta believe in the talent, believe in the what he's done, and let's not get too caught up in the Keenan Allen news here. So coming up after here, I got T. Higgins. And I'm going to change it up, and I'm going to go with Bucky Irving. Do something different. Do the 2 running back build. I'll tell you why in a second here. Let's see what happens in the next one. And I'm going to have to go with Trey McBride here, right? Just right at ADP 26. So I have no wide receivers. I am doing the complete opposite of what a fantasy expert might tell you, right? So I'm the George Costanza of drafting right now. So I went with Bucky for that one reason. So obviously, interesting enough, Mr. Rachaad White unfortunately suffered an injury. Okay, so I don't know what that means. That could mean that he's out for the preseason. He could miss a few games. He could be out for the season. We don't know yet. We'll obviously get some insight this week. But if that's the case, that might be a lot of passing down snaps are not going to be going towards Mr. Rachaad White and might be skewed towards Bucky Irving. So I'm just trying to get in on that. Like I said, unfortunately, it's an injury to Mr. Rachaad White. But if that injury is serious, and I pray it's not for him, for his sake, but if it is, I think Bucky is going to go up more and more, his ADP, because I think everyone's going to jump on that. Oh, he's going to be playing a lot more passing downs, which might be the case. We also have to worry about Sean Tucker. He is there. He looked pretty good in the preseason game. I think he scored a touchdown and took over basically because Rachaad White was out. So, yeah, you got the threat there of Sean Tucker, but instead of a 3-man backfield with obviously Bucky being the leader, I'm not saying Bucky was going to be in timeshare or anything like that. Like I feel like Bucky is still going to be that man, but that's one less hurdle, right? And if you can get that, like I said, if you can get that pass catching upside in Bucky's game, and if he's playing and he's improving in pass pro and catching the ball, like he's going to be pretty good, right? That offense we already know is going to be pretty good, and they got a lot of wide receivers to kind of take the heat off the running game. So yeah, let me try this out, right? Let me try the 2 running back, and you got Trey McBride. You never go wrong with Trey McBride. I think obviously we talked about before. Touchdown regression is coming his way. 2 touchdowns with that many red zone targets is not normal. So even if he scores 3 or 4 more touchdowns, he's just as good as a wide receiver going around that range, right? So let's call in Trey McBride to come in here. So looking at the board here now, we got Scary Terry, we got Worthy still available, we got Pickens, DJ Moore, Jameson Williams, Cortland Sutton, Devonta Smith, and Waddle. So gonna see what I can do here with. Okay. So I got my choice of wide receivers here. No, let's go with Jameson Williams. It's my first pick, and then let's see what this guy does. Let's see what I have available to me. I need to take Ridley, and I was actually looking at Ridley. So, Let's take Terry McLaurin here. I've already said I think he's going to sign, so hopefully he does. And at pick 50, it's fine, right? If he misses a few games, it is what it is. I do worry about wide receivers coming in late to training camp. I'm not gonna lie, that does kind of scare me quite a bit. So yeah, that's the only worry I have when it comes to Scary Terry. And coming into the training camp in late, or not even having training camp and starting for the regular season. So that's not ideal, but hopefully this thing gets wrapped up pretty quick here, and they get him out there. And I can't see him, it's not that bad. 50th pick as my wide receiver too. When I'm kind of just looking for somebody, just kind of look that pocket of wide receivers is kind of the same. Like I can't go wrong with that one. So let's so far we have no quarterback, we have 2 running backs, we have 2 wide receivers, and we have 1 tight end. Our running back room consists of Bijan Robinson and Bucky Irving, and then our wide receivers are Jamison Williams, Terry McLaurin, and our tight end is Trey McBride. So kind of a little bit of an interesting build. I'm kind of going with it right now. 2 running backs right away, and going with 2 wide receivers as my last 2 picks, and really the 4th and 5th round of my draft. So let's see. I'm kind of interested to see what kind of team I can build here with the wide receiver depth here I can get. See if there's any crazy surprises. Not really. Like I was gonna probably go for Ridley. Urinal. No. Sorry, JJ RNL 4L. Took him. So, and he took Josh Allen, right? So Josh Allen on that 3rd pick with Chase Brown, and then Cam Sutton and Cortland Sutton, not Cam. Cortland Sutton and Calvin Ridley. So yeah, and this draft is moving pretty fast. So got to get up on here. So I'm going to try to go for Igbuka. Let's see what happens here. I got that little stack with Bucky, so I might have to see if he lands here. Let's see what Omni JSG does. Oh, and he just takes Igbuka right under my nose. Interesting, though. So I'm going to have to reach for Golden here a little bit. Let's reach for Matthew Golden. I didn't get a chance to watch his game, his preseason highlights, but I did see that Jaden Reed is in a boot. What does it say here? Not starting to be ready for week 1 already. So yeah, that doesn't hurt Mr. Golden's chances of making the team here. You know what? Let's go with Mr. Burrow here. Naked Joe Burrow, okay? Doing the complete opposite of whatever fantasy analyst tells you of always stacking. I'm taking a naked Joe Burrow that I'm trying to maybe team up with a Mike Gesicki later in the draft. Is it ideal? Probably not. But the value there, it's too good. Like, I probably could have gone the quarterback later with the Goff or Jordan Love or a Kyler, but I don't know. I don't think Joe at that late, given I already talked about that. That team's going to need to score 45 points a game. So it's going to happen on the back of Joe Burrow if he can stay upright. So if Joe Burrow is staying upright, he is going to be scoring 45 points a game. And let's just take the quarterback points, right? If it's stacked, unstacked, yeah, maybe not a great way of drafting, but it's fun, right? If you don't get Higgins and Chase, I don't think you should call it. You should call it with Joe Burrow. I think you still have a quality quarterback, and I'm getting him in the what round was that? I think the 8th round, right? 7th round, sorry. And he's kind of way past ADP. So Yeah. Maybe I just take Kyler and just keep Burrow and Kyler, right? And just do that. Not have to worry about quarterbacks later on, and just kind of fill it up with whatever I can, and do it that way. But you know, can't go wrong, I think, with Mr. Joe Burrow. Like I said, there are some options with Gesicki. You're gonna be a Taj Brook micro stack. Yoshi Voss. There is some ability to kind of get some studs in there to kind of do that the stack, because Higgins is not the most healthiest poster boy for health. That guy does miss a few games here and there, and when he does, Gesicki, the slot wide receiver, also known as a tight end, will step in and offer for him there. So what's Mooney like? He's still not, no update, eh? Shoulder, Pittman. Let's take Keon Coleman. I know my friend here. I'm going to screw my friend here, but I think as one of the wide receivers, I think he's bounced for he's due for a comeback when it comes to sorry, let me pick up here. Oh, this value is too good for Jordan Mason. I got to take him here. Yeah, I'm probably done for running back for a bit. Okay, so Keon Coleman, I think he had a lot of red zone targets last year. Didn't catch many. He didn't catch many. So the red zone targets, if he can kind of convert those with Josh Allen, and obviously I know it's not a passing offense, it's a run heavy offense, but you still have one of the best quarterbacks in the league throwing you the ball. So if Josh Allen is going to target Keon Coleman in the red zone, because he's not targeting Shakir, right? Everyone likes Shakir, but the thing is, he doesn't get many targets in the red zone or the goal line, or I think if he can build that connection with Keon this year, and Keon is up for the challenge, I think you got potentially some more touchdowns coming your way with him. So. Do I have any studs in the wide receiver room? Probably not. That's probably because of the way I built my team right now. I took the Bijan, Bucky, and tight end in my first 3 picks. So 2 running backs and a tight end my first 3 picks. So I do miss out on a couple of the stud wide receivers, maybe 1 wide receiver. But I'm gonna see what I can do if I take all wide receivers, because I do have my running back room pretty solidified right now with my 3 running backs. But I'll kind of go through my team right now. I have a naked Joe Burrow. Batmobile naked Joe Burrow as my quarterback. Bijan Robinson is my running back with Bucky Irving and Jordan Mason. So I have Bijan, Bucky, and Jordan Mason. And then my wide receivers so far are Jamison Williams, Terry McLaurin, Matthew Golden, and Keon Coleman. And my tight end is Trey McBride. So currently I have 1-3-4-1 build. So I'm going to see what I could have available to me now. So we have Bateman, we have Burden, and I'm really just gonna be going for a wide receiver right now. And Kirk. Oh man, am I gonna do it to this guy again? God, I feel like such an asshole. Oh my God, this guy's really gonna hate me. I got Mims all lined up. This guy's gonna hate me. You hate me, don't you? You know you do. Oh, I feel bad, man. This guy's probably like, what did I do to deserve this right now? Oh man, JSG screwed me too, man. That guy just stepped in there. Okay, let's reset here. What can we do? Let's take Rashad Bateman. Man, I'm just taking the second pass catchers for every top quarterback, really. Bateman's coming up here. My wide receiver room is in trouble. So yeah, it does put you a little bit of a disadvantage, right? It makes you kind of think about what I can do. But Okay, so let's take our second quarterback here with Jordan Love. At least I got some, um, stack with my pass catcher. I got Jordan Love now to stack with Matthew Golden. So my team so far is a 2 quarterback, 3 running back, 5 wide receiver, and 1 tight end build. For my quarterbacks, I have a naked Joe Burrow with a Jordan Love as his second quarterback. Then I have Bijan Robinson, Bucky Irving, and Jordan Mason as my 3 running backs. I'm probably going to hold for a bit on the running backs. Then I have Jameson Williams, Terry McLaurin, Matthew Golden, Keon Coleman, and Rashad Bateman as my wide receivers. And I have Trey McBride as my tight end. So, not going to lie, wide receiver room looks kind of iffy. Not the strongest. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge to see what I can fill in here. Let's see what I have left. There's Hollywood Brown. There's Kyle Williams. There's a Romeo Dobbs. I can kind of maybe break a double stack with Jordan Love. Demario Douglas. Keenan Allen. Quinton I can't take. That guy's going to drop everything you can see. I love Dante Thornton. And guys are going, man. Torrey Horton's gone up so much. Holy. Guy was going undrafted. And I have Yoshivas, so maybe I can throw in a Yoshivas in there. And I'm going to kind of wait on the tight end. Let's see what the tight ends are available. Kincaid, Ferguson, Goddard, Pitts, Strange, Henry, Likely. They're all here. And I'll probably end up taking Gesicki to kind of get at least somewhat of a stack. And then maybe I'll just throw in a Taj Brooks. Just in case, because I'm pretty good at running back. I don't think I'm not too worried about what's happening there, but let's keep him in there. So let's see what's happening. So Tajay has fallen. Kincaid's kind of had a big fall. Goddard, Tootin. Ooh, I love me some Tootin. Yeah, interesting. No clear winner on that Jacksonville backfield. ETN started. He played quite a few snaps. Then Bigsby kind of got in there, and then Tootin came in there, had a good run, scored a touchdown. So it's gonna be interesting, man. If you can get whoever is gonna do well in that backfield is gonna really kill it this year. So I still believe in Tootin. I still believe that he's gonna be the one that's gonna take over, but. Let's go with Demario Douglas here. You know what the benefit of having those 3 wide receiver running backs is I can probably take like a Tootin to kind of maybe offset, right? Yeah, let's take a Tootin, right? Like it doesn't hurt. The benefit like right now is I can take that flyer with those 3 running backs that I have, like Bijan, Bucky, Jordan Mason. I can probably take that flyer on Tootin. If he does well, awesome, right? If he doesn't, I got the right running backs can kind of offset that disappointment from that 4th running back who doesn't put any points. So I think that's the only benefit I guess you have. Like if you have 3 strong running backs, you kind of can take some chances and kind of take a chance on those sleeper picks like a Tootin. Who else would be a good example of that? Like a Samson, maybe, right? Woody Marks, those kind of players that obviously maybe even a Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, right? Like a guy that you're just hoping kind of maybe steps in there, right? Based on beat reporters and what you're seeing in the preseason games. So the potential's there. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. See what I can do with the next one here. I'm just going to see the ADP here. Okay, so Gesicki is coming up here pretty quick. I love Dante Thornton. I wonder if he'll last. I think I'm just wondering if I should just go with two quarterbacks in Bijan and Burrow and Love, or if I should pick up another one. That would be ideally Gino to pair with Thornton, but then I can't get Gesicki. Sorry, I was thinking out loud here. I'm just trying to figure out what I could do. Do I need a third quarterback? Ooh, Burrow and Love. Well, Burrow can carry me pretty much all season if he's, doing what he's doing with the offense, if they're doing what they're having to do. Um, but then Jordan Love's the kind of like he's the wild card, right? Because that offense didn't play towards didn't lean towards the pass, that's for sure, last year. So was that because Jordan Love was injured? That's what people are saying. That's when there's a possibility that he was injured after he came back, because he did get, he didn't play a couple of games. I think Malik Willis had to play a couple of games and step in there. So if that's the case and he's back to being Jordan Love, like, a la playoffs a couple of years ago, then we're okay. But ooh, let's see what happens here with the draft. Now, the only thing that concerns me is that this guy is a Cincy guy. Um, okay, so now he has a couple of Cincy players. So let me just take Gesicki. You know what? I'm just gonna take him. Yeah, I took him way before ADP, but obviously I'm the second pick, so I'm not gonna be coming around for a while. So I feel like he probably would have taken him. He took Brenton Strange right after me, so probably would have taken Gesicki. Um, ooh, let's take Wandale Robinson. Didn't look too bad, right? Last in the preseason game. Obviously, we don't got Neighbors, we don't got Slane, so obviously it's like Russ had to go somewhere and he went with Wendell. But um, yeah, looking back at it, I don't know. Demario and Wandell and Underdog 0.5 PPR scoring, probably not the greatest picks. So I guess, you know what, it goes to show you do fall at a disadvantage if you're not picking a wide receiver in between those rounds. Um, and obviously this is very, like, this wide receiver room could look potentially very bad if McLaurin is not playing come week one. So um, yeah, I might have to just hope that three of these guys are able to put up decent scores, and I'm just playing three wide receivers, and my flex are going to be my either one of my running backs, or one of the tight ends if Gesicki's having a good game. So yeah, it's going to be one of those things that I need McLaurin to play, because I'm pretty sure if I have Jameson and McLaurin, I can probably get by and then have, either a Golden or one of the Keon or Bateman when they have a good game. Because I think Baltimore will have to throw quite a bit this year. Their schedule's a little bit tougher. So, um, yeah, I'm just hoping on that. Demario and Wandell don't do it much for me. Um, kind of, you know, kind of sad. Looking at my team right now. So I guess some lessons learned, right? I took Joe Burrow when I could have taken, let's see here. Um, sorry, going up here. So I took Joe Burrow, could have taken Jaden Higgins, Jaden Reed, Addison. Yeah, probably should have taken Addison. Looking back at this now. Um, even a Cup Godwin, Coleman. So taking the quarterback, looked good. Probably didn't help my team build right now, but let's just see what happens. At least he's not naked anymore. Joe Burrow has a companion in Mike Gesicki, so we're good there. Um, and I think we'll add Mr. Brooks even when Jacory, but Yoshi Voss is gone. So let's take Taj Brooks, just to kind of build that there. We're good for running backs, obviously. Tight ends, we might need to add another one. Should I do? What should I do? I'm gonna take Torrey Horton. Let's see what happens here. I'm obviously hurting for wide receiver, so I'm gonna take a wide receiver right now. Tight ends, I'm probably fine because McBride is gonna do a lot of the heavy lifting for the weeks. But yeah, I just took an 8th wide receiver just because my wide receiver room I feel like is pretty weak. So looking back at my team right now for everybody is my quarterbacks are Joe Burrow and Jordan Love. My running backs are Bijan Robinson, Bucky Irving, Jordan Mason, Bishul Tutin, Taj Brooks, to kind of add to that Cincy, whatever stack it is, not the strongest stack, not your Burrow, Higgins, and Chase stack, but we're looking at Burrow, Taj Brooks, and Mike Gesicki stack. Then my wide receivers right now are Jamison Williams, Terry McLaurin, Matthew Golden, Keon Coleman, Rashad Bateman, Demario Douglas, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Torrey Horton. I feel embarrassed even reading those names out. Like, honestly, I'm so embarrassed right now. Oh my God. That is the end of probably a fantasy football dad. That's just showing his age. Taking those 8 wide receivers. Like, I think Jameson's fine. Like, if I feel like he's on the way up, he had a good year last year and showed that, he's present in training camp, he's involved, he's going to be a good asset for those Lions. And I feel like it's going to be a little bit harder schedule this year for them. So they're probably going to be passing quite a bit. But even then, he still had a good year last year, barring there's no potential suspension for him, and hopefully not. You never know with that guy. And then my tight ends are Trey McBride and Mike Gesicki. So I'm just trying to figure out if I should get a 3rd tight end or if I should go for a quarterback. And this late in the game, not getting a good quarterback either. Yeah, I'm looking at Shedeur Sanders, Jackson Dart, Tyler Shuck, Mr. Flacco, Jalen Milroe. Yeah, there's no point in taking a 3rd quarterback at this stage. Like, these guys might not even play. Dart didn't look too bad, but I don't know. Shuck might play, but like, might really count on Shuck to kind of save me in those weeks. Jalen Milroe is exciting, but I don't know if he's gonna get a full shot yet. Maybe next year though, for sure. And Mr. Joe Flacco, yeah, another shitty situation to be in. So let's just take a starter. And I'm gonna. Was there any widers? Should I take a 9th wide receiver, man? I don't even know. It's like looking at my team, I'm almost feeling like it. Like, one of these idiots would have to put up one of these idiots, like, not, well, 3 of these 9 idiots or 8 idiots can put up a decent score, right? You think? Probably not, but oh well. Ooh, Jalen Royals left. Joe Flacco had to go. What do you think? Chat? Is anybody in the chat? No, there's nobody in the chat. So, let's go Theo Johnson. Whatever. Yeah, New York Giants, a little bit of a mini stack there with the wide receiver and tight end. And he had some good usage, right, in the preseason game with Russ Wilson. He caught some passes, so he's gonna be the main tight end, receiving tight end on that team. So, here's the team. I don't know. It's not something I'm proud of, but let's just go through it, right? Man's got to own up to his team, right? That's fantasy football, right? You can't just walk away from the draft. You can't abandon your draft. You can't abandon your team, right? It's not what a good dad would do. A good dad sticks with his children, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be a positive influence in their lives, and yeah, let's just see what happens here. But anyways, quarterbacks are Joe Burrow and Jordan Love. Okay. And then we have our running backs, which is probably the best part of my team. So That's Bijan Robinson, Bucky Irving, Jordan Mason, Bishul Tootin, and Taj Brooks. No bye weeks are the same, so we're good on that. Looking pretty strong here. Wide receivers, Jamison Williams, Scary Terry. If he doesn't sign, I'm scared. Matthew Golden, Keon Coleman, Rashad Bateman, Demario Douglas, Wandale Robinson, Torrey Horton. They all kind of sound the same, eh? Like these guys all like from Golden to Coleman, right? Golden, Coleman, Bateman, Douglas, Robinson, Horton. So I guess Douglas isn't fit in there, but you got Golden, you got Coleman, you got Bateman, you got Robinson, you got a Horton. Right? It's probably the worst rap, like for sure a dad rap right there, right? It was like the worst thing ever. But and my tight ends, Trey McBride, Mike Gesicki, and Theo Johnson. So interesting team here. I went with a different strategy of taking 2 running backs in the first 2 rounds, and a tight end in my 3rd pick, and then not getting not getting a wide receiver until my 4th pick. And that was Mr. Jamison Williams, who promised me this year he's going to be a good guy and he's going to keep his nose clean and not get suspended for anything. He's done it all. But he said he's gonna keep it clean this year and no suspension to kind of make sure he is able to anchor my wide receiver room there with the number 1 pick of my wide receivers. So, yeah, I believe in my son. I feel like this is gonna be okay. Let's do one more to kind of hide the shame. No, I'm not saying that. Okay, I love my children. I love them. A lot of drafts out this year. I mean, right now, it's crazy. There's so many out right now. Let's do another puppy. Yeah, so just hoping to get some people in here. Be fun to kind of talk about stuff while I'm drafting. But if you like my content for any whatever reason, if you enjoy the shitty drafting that I do, please like and subscribe. It'd be nice to have people joining in and talking about football and just telling me how shitty of a drafter I am. That's all good. Obviously, I don't use the tools of you got the draft assists and that kind of stuff. And so I'm not really looking at correlation for the week 18. I don't have time to really look while I'm drafting. So, yeah, it's kind of it's a bit of a mixed bag. Should I add it on given the number of best ball teams I do? Probably. But at the same time, I just, I don't know. I've always been a guy that just kind of likes to do my own thing, just obviously the computers do help to kind of tell you which correlates which game. But there's so much variables in football. You don't know what's going to happen in week 15, 16, 17. The game that might look the best might not be the best game at all. And how much can you also correlate? You're not skipping out on great players just so you can correlate. So, yeah, let's see what happens here. And true to my word, let's take some Saquon. Gonna go Saquon this time around. And we took Bijan last draft, and we'll take Saquon now. Am I going to take Bucky again? I don't know. Should I? Maybe. Right? I'm a sucker for the same type of punishment. And I wonder if I should just take Bucky and McBride and let's see what I can come up with again, right, for my wide receiver room. But no, let's do something different this time around. Let's take Saquon there for number 3. And let's see what we can build here today. JJ goes next. We got Gibbs right after him, and we got CeeDee Lamb. McCaffrey's probably going to go next. Yes, sir. It's crazy. This pocket of wide receivers, right? Any one of them could be, oh man, it's just crazy to pick. You just have to go with one, close your eyes and hit one of them, right? Neighbors, Collins, Puka, Amon-Ra, Brian Thomas. I don't know about the Stafford news. I wonder if they're just managing his reps for training camp. They don't want him out there they don't really need him out there. He doesn't need all those reps. He's pretty experienced. He knows what he's doing. But at the same time, like all these injuries, man, like they kind of make you so worried about like something flaring up in the middle of the season or one hit and that's it, right? Like Jimmy G is not going to do anything for Puka Nakua and Devontae Adams, right? So yeah, and it's kind of scary with Puka, and so it's kind of like he's still there. He's falling, right? Like he was like number 8, and I think he's fallen now to even this round. Oh my God, he's going the second round now, right? So, bit of a concern, I guess, with Stafford. It's coming kind of creeping into drafters' heads. Oh man, this is probably the latest I've seen Puka go. 14th, maybe. Oh no, he doesn't even go there. 15th. The Puka drop is real. Let's see. Puka number 15. Oh yes, he goes a slide. Puka Nakua. Who did that guy end up with? Puka and Brian Thomas. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad start, my friend. Because we have the A-Chain guy go with A-Chain first of all at the 11th pick, and then take Chase Brown, right? Interesting there. And then so we have McCaffrey with Alad McConkey. We have CeeDee Lamb with don't you do it, man. And he did it, man. CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown. We have Gibbs and Josh Jacobs. Interesting. So I'm going to change it up this time around. Let's go with Mr. Bowers. A little bit of a drop there. And pick number 22, not bad. Mr. Brock Bowers. Like I would have taken Trey McBride anyways, so let's take Garrett Wilson here. So a little bit of a different build compared to last time. I guess like subbed in Garrett Wilson for a Bucky Irving, but this time around, one running back, one wide receiver, and one tight end. So we got Saquon, we got Garrett Wilson as my first wide receiver, and Mr. Brock Bowers as my tight end. So for Garrett Wilson, a very interesting preseason game, moving him around in the formation. You can clearly tell he's going to be targeted a lot by Mr. Fields. And Justin ran one in. Didn't look too bad, right? So interesting to see how that's going to look. Obviously Justin Fields, not really great during training camp. Not a lot of good feedback when it comes to what he was doing. So it's interesting to see that, it didn't go well for him. Sorry about that. There's a little bit of a little gap there. Sorry, I had to take a phone call. So I was still drafting, but I was talking. I wasn't able to speak on the mic, so there will be a little bit of a gap in this audio. But we'll still drafting. Never forget. Always keep drafting. Those are the words. Coming back around here. Think got it quite early. Probably shouldn't do that, but let's just kind of recap my team while I was away. So I have Jalen Hurts I took as my quarterback. I have Saquon as my running back. So I'm trying to get all the touchdowns, rushing touchdowns for Philly. So either Jalen or Saquon, whichever of those two idiots fucking scores, I'm gonna take those touchdowns for my team. No, I should call them idiots, right? They're good guys. They're cool guys. Jalen Hurts, Saquon, J.K. Dobbins, Ramondre Stevenson. So I got the two old men that are backing up the two exciting prospects of R.J. Harvey and Travion Henderson. So I got the two old men, just like the dad's fan club. J.K. Dobbins and Ramondre Stevenson as my running back. So I'll go back. 3 running backs: Saquon, J.K., and Ramondre. Wide receiver room: Garrett Wilson, Devonta Smith, Jacoby Myers, Jordan Addison, and Chris Godwin. So a little bit of concern there. First, I got 3 week 9 bye players, so that's a concern. At least Addison I know will be back. So Addison obviously is suspended for the first 3 games. And Chris Godwin might be away for the first 3 games. So a little bit of a risk I took there with taking Godwin. I took him because he almost slipped 12 spots past ADP. And if he's able to come back, even maybe he doesn't go on the pup, right? Maybe he's only gone for the first couple of weeks and he's back in week 3, then I'm okay. But obviously quite a bit of risk I'm taking on there with him. And so, my wide receiver room is kind of shaky right now because the week 9 buys don't even help either. There's 3 of them there. So I'm gonna have to try to kind of supplement with that, and then I have my tight end is Brock Bowers and Dallas Goedert. I did do a big reach for, and that's just kind of be able to stack the Philly offense in every aspect. So I think, could he have been there when he came back? When I came back to pick number 42, probably. Yeah, he probably would have been there. So I did miss out on potentially. Christian Kirk, Marvin Mims, some running back depth, but Palmer. So nothing too bad, depending on what happens now, who I can get in my next pick. But I think it works out well for me. If I'm able to get even somebody like a Tuner or Jaden Blue, right, to kind of supplement that pick. So. I took Tootin last one, so let's kind of go with Jaden Blue is gone, so I will go with Bashal Tootin as my running back. Justin Herbert goes. Demario Douglas goes. So let me just see something here. Where do I fall in 166? And where does Geno Smith go? 63. Let's take JJ McCarthy here. Just in case I can't get Geno. At least I have him with Addison stack. And he's going almost 2 rounds past ADP, so I'll take him as my second quarterback for now. With Jalen, it's kind of tricky. I just feel like sometimes those big games don't come, even though he's like, a top end quarterback. It's just those big games don't come because the Eagles have been shit kicking everybody. They're a good team. So will there be a few good games? Obviously, but they're kind of far in between. Like they're not as like consistently as like I would say as Lamar. But when Jalen's scoring 3 touchdowns a game like he does in the playoffs, that's awesome. But there's always that risk, and so obviously Geno goes, so I miss out on that. So I'm kind of glad I took JJ McCarthy there. But the thing is, there's always an injury risk with Jalen. He always gets hurt usually in the season, and he's missing 1 or 2 games. So, I think JJ is kind of good to kind of supplement. Maybe you need 3 quarterbacks with Jalen Hurts. I don't know. There's like the fine line there, right? I know for a fact that if I take Lamar Jackson or if I take Josh Allen, I'm not taking a third quarterback for sure. I just need a second quarterback and I'm good. And that's usually not the one. Obviously not a week 7 player. So anybody else is totally fine. Just because I know like most, like 9 times out of 10, Lamar is going to pretty much be the best quarterback for that week. Is he going to have shitty games? 100%. But then you just have to make sure you have a second quarterback that can kind of do decent, right? Like even you could put up to 15 and 20 points. That's fine. That'll do for the fact that Lamar wasn't having a great game or for any reason. So, yeah, in this case, Jalen kind of, let's see how that happens in the draft. If there is somebody that's available later on, I can probably kind of stack with, and or make a stack with, that's fine. Or, yeah, maybe it's just Jalen and JJ, right? That kind of get me through. So, so I have Jalen Hurts, JJ McCarthy as my quarterbacks, Saquon Barkley, J.K. Dobbins, Ramondre Stevenson, and Bashal Tutin as my running backs. That's a back-to-back Tutin, right? That's 2 Tutins and back-to-back situation there. Last 2 drafts. Garrett Wilson, Devonta Smith, Jacoby Myers, Jordan Addison, Chris Godwin, Brock Bowers, and Dallas Goedert are my tight ends. I think it's time for a wide receiver, and I'm looking at complete junk right now, but I think I'm probably going to go with Dante Thorne. Let's just get all the pass catchers for LV. Do I have Geno Smith? No, I don't. Okay. It pains me that I don't have Geno. Okay. Some sick individual that I'll name right now. My Osowitz decided to take Geno Smith with the Baker Mayfield, and he had no LV players, right? So he decided just to do that, just to fuck with me. And that's okay. Okay. My big boy pants are on, and I'm just going to do it back. I'm just going to take Dante Thorne, bud. Sorry. Did you want that stack there? Not happening, bud. Like, why would you take QJ, man? This guy has no idea what he's doing. He could have taken Dante Thorne, made that stack, but he takes QJ to pair with his Baker Mayfield and Geno Smith. So, dealing with geniuses over here. Yeah. Still kind of worried about my wide receiver room here. Oh no. Should I do the back-to-back Wandell? I think I might have to. Oh no. I can't believe I'm doing this. Let's make it a back-to-back Wandell Robinson here. Very sick individual I am. Taking Wandell Robinson back-to-back. So it was a back-to-back Wandell Tutin. When we went 2 guys with the same draft and, same guys, back-to-back drafts. Nothing to say I'm proud of, but it is what it is. We have 4 running backs right now. We have Saquon, J.K. Dobbins, Ramondre Stevenson, and Bashal Tutin. So we're going to see what I can find here when I come up next. Any news on Rashad White, or is it still going? Did I notice the groin injury? Head coach Todd Bowles said Sunday that White was diagnosed with groin injury, will undergo further test to determine its severity. Ooh, injured his groin. Open the door to Sean Tucker to fill in. Bucky Irving. Let the Sean Tucker hype train begin. Not a bad pick. Sean Tucker showed up, man. I think he had 1 game last year where he scored like 20. It was PPR. I think I saw it on DraftKings. I think he scored like 25 points or something like that. Like 1 game. Like, can you imagine if like Bucky for any reason goes down and Sean Tucker is your lottery ticket and Rashad's out? Oh my God. I don't know. I love that upside though. Let's see if Rico comes back. Oh, like a little Keaton Mitchell there, bud. Got some option. Rico Dowdle. Interesting character here. Going so late. 183 for a potential. Okay, he's Rico Dowdle. I understand. Okay, he's Rico Dowdle. Like, what do you want me to say? But look at last year. And he's gone. Damn it, Rhino rocks. Anyways, back to my point. Over 1,000 yards rushing. Did well in that Cowboys backfield. And if something happens to Chuba Hubbard, guess who's up? Okay? Jonathan Brooks is not coming back, unfortunately, at this stage. And if Hubbard goes down, Rico Dowdle is like, and he's had that responsibility before, so he's led a backfield, and he's a number one running back then in Carolina. So 181 for a guy potentially that, and he did play some third down snaps in the preseason game, so there is potential for him to even have a role, even when Chuba is healthy. So if Chuba's healthy, Dowdle is still a good pick. You never know. Maybe, if they're trailing and then they're playing Dowdle as a third down back and they're pass catching back or the 2 minute off, whatever. But if Chuba goes down for any reason, oh man, Dowdle is a smash, right? So, yeah, a lot of potential there. What are we looking at here? We got Mr. Brock Bowers. Do I need a second tight end? You know what? Let's do it. Oh man, I don't know if I should, but whatever. Let's take Mason Taylor, and then I'm gonna take the man, the legend, the goodies bag winner, Mr. Russet Potato Man, New York. Let's ride. Russell Wilson is coming to the Father Fantasy Football team. Oh my God. I just did it, guys. I took a third quarterback, and his name is Russell Wilson. And my stack of Russell Wilson, and maybe I should have done Theo Johnson. God, Jesus, man. Like, sometimes I don't even think. Oh, God. Anyways, took Mason Taylor because I love Mason Taylor, and hopefully Guy comes back. But I got Russell Wilson, and I got a Wan'Dale Robinson stack. I could have a Theo Johnson stack, but I chose not to do that. Right? I'm just trying to. I don't want to make it too easy for my league mates or my pod mates here. Right? I don't want to make it that easy. I don't want to be able to do a triple stack or a double stack. I mean, sorry. So, yeah, but going back to my discussion here, I think perhaps I need to be looking at Mr. Sean Tucker. Where is he now? Oh man, where is he? Is he that far? No, he can't be that far down. There he is. 214. Okay. I think I'm going to go with Sean Tucker. Rashad White's injury is bad, and we only have Bucky and him in the backfield, there's a potential where Sean Tucker's going to have a big role. Okay, so I don't think Sean Tucker, and then you got Todd Bowles coming out saying we need to get Sean Tucker the ball more. So it's not like they're going to say, oh yeah, Sean Tucker is just a backup and we don't even give a shit and Bucky's our man. They love Bucky. I'm not saying they don't love Bucky, but at the same time, let's give Sean Tucker the ball. Let's give him the ball. So if for any reason Rashad White is out for an extended period of time, you have Sean Tucker stepping in as RB2. And if for any reason we never pray for an injury or we never want an injury, but if something was to ever happen to Bucky Irving, you have Sean Tucker as your RB1 for Tampa Bay in that offense. And that's pretty good. Okay. So it's a pick in my last round as somebody I hopefully that can step up. I have J.K. Dobbins or Mondre Stevenson. Are they the best RB2s? Probably not. I think Saquon is going to score quite a bit to help me through most of the weeks. So I just need one of the Dobbins, Ramondre, or Tootin to kind of step up and be the RB2. But excuse me, like I said, like if Sean Tucker steps into the situation of what's happening right now with one guy down already, and potentially just being the backup and the handcuff to Bucky Irving. Why not? There's people taking Brashad Smith that are DJ Giddens and Taj Brooks, and you're all in the same situation, right? Taj Brooks and Sean Tucker, no difference, right? Taj Brooks is only playing if Chase Brown goes down, and so same with Tucker. So, but he's going way early in the draft. So, yeah, let's sign up here. Let's sign up Sean Tucker here, and get some exposure to him. So we are done. We have a 3-5-7-3 build. Our three quarterbacks are Jalen Hurts, JJ McCarthy, and Russet Wilson. And then we have, I call him Russet because of Russet Potato, because I don't know. I think I heard that in Jim Rome. I don't know. Kind of quoting Jim Rome. Jim Rome, just call them a potato sack or like a big potato and call them Russet Wilson. So I like that. Russet Wilson. And then we have running backs, Saquon Barkley, J.K. Dobbins, Ramondre Stevenson, Bashal Tootin, and we have Sean Tucker, who I just kind of did a spiel about a few seconds ago. And then we have Garrett Wilson, Devonta Smith, Jacoby Myers, Jordan Addison, Chris Godwin, Dante Thorne, and oh my God, Wan'Dale Robinson. I think I just made, I'm the only person that's gone on stream and done 2 back-to-backs with Wan'Dale Robinson. So yeah, great to know you. And my tight ends are Mr. Brock Bowers, Dallas Goedert, and Mason Taylor. Mason Taylor could have been Theo Johnson if I had played my cards a little bit right, or had played some cards. I would have been fine, but that's okay. We have Brock, Dallas Goedert, and Mason Taylor. Hopefully Mason Taylor can come back from that injury, and he's going to be the number 2 pass catcher in that offense. I just did it because I have Garrett Wilson already, so I'm hoping that I have all the pass catchers that Justin Fields can throw to, a tight end and a wide receiver. That's probably the max number of receivers that a Justin Fields will throw to. So let's try to get all of them, right? That's all I'm trying to do right now. So looking not too bad. I like that Jalen Hurts pick. Looking back at my picks here, let's see what I could have done differently. Brock Bowers that late in the second round, I'm probably going to take him every time. I think he's better than Marvin Harrison, Tyreek Hill, Garrett Wilson, kind of in the same bucket. I don't think it's any different. So we're good there. Took Garrett Wilson. And then Jalen Hurts, I think, I would have taken Jalen Hurts just because of, like I said, I just want all those rushing touchdowns in that Philadelphia Eagles backfield, right? And I knew I probably can get Devonta Smith on the way back. So I kind of did in 2 folds, and I knew that I can get Devonta Smith and build that extra stack. So Devonta Smith came back, and I would have taken Jacoby Myers again. I took Jacoby Myers because I got the Brock Bowers. I was looking for a Geno Smith stack there, but that's okay. Took Jacoby Myers to kind of stack with Brock Bowers, and then gone the way back. Took Jordan Addison. Jaden Reed's potential could have been there, but at the same time he's injured. And Addison's gonna be back after 3 games. He's not injured. He's gonna be back after suspension is over. Hopefully that's good. Like, he's done for the year. No more suspensions, and he's good to be playing. And we're all good after week 3. On the way back, I took Chris Godwin. He had fell quite a bit. 94 now. There's obviously a lot of uncertainty with his injury, when he's going to be playing. Is he going to miss the first 4 weeks? Is he going to just miss week 1? Obviously not sure. I'll run with that risk there. And hopefully it's week 1, but if it's week 4, then I'm kind of screwed with Jordan Addison missing the first 3 games. Godwin will be missing the first 4 games, sorry. So my room will really consist of Jacoby, Devonta, and Garrett Wilson. Then I took J.K. Dobbins. The choice between him and Etienne. Yeah, I know. I probably. Yeah, I don't think you go wrong with either one, depending on the roles. It's a muddy backfield. Not really sure who's going to be playing, so went with Dobbins over Etienne. But I could see myself taking Etienne as well, so it really doesn't matter. On the way back, I took Stevenson. Could have taken Bigsby, so I guess I could have had that potential two Jacksonville running backs. Looking back at it, that probably wouldn't have been too bad. Having both ETN and Bigsby as my Jacksonville running backs. I'm just trying to like get in all the points. And I even got two later on. So, oh man, that would have been a crazy strategy. Just taking every Jacksonville running back, eh? Just taking ETN and then taking Bigsby where I took Stevenson, taking Goddard where I took Goddard, and then taking Toon. I'd have every Jacksonville running back and watch a fourth running back come in and take all the touches and just screw me over. But right now I got three with Dobbins and Stevenson. I did not get the potential Jacksonville backfield. Could have done all three, but let's not, beggars can't be choosers, anybody. So, took Goddard pretty early. I probably could have waited. But that's okay. Took him a little bit early just to make that stack with Hurts. So I kind of reached out there, but sometimes, it is what it is. To build your stack, you gotta have to reach, right? You gotta reach for the stars, reach for the sky, reach for the stars, whatever. Not to say Goddard's a star. It's just the analogy, but anyways, enough of that. So Bayshall Toon, back-to-back, drafts, I'm proud of that. And I probably would have taken anyone differently. Najee, not Chubb for sure. Yeah, I think I would have taken. I was gonna take Blue, so if Blue didn't go there, I would have taken Blue over Tootin for sure. I took JJ McCarthy. Was thinking of taking Geno. It was a little bit before ADP, so I, kind of going against my word. I could have taken Geno there and reached for him, just like I did reach for Goddard. So maybe looking back at it, I should have just reached for Geno. And I would have ended up with the full Las Vegas stack of a quarterback with 3 pass catchers. If Thorne ended up coming away like he did. So that's okay. Got JJ McCarthy, got Addison. So it's a single wide receiver stack with JJ. Took Thorne after that. So 3 pass catchers for the Las Vegas Raiders. In the Pete Carroll offense. Obviously, nothing that good will come from that. So someone just kicked me hard in the ass and just tell me to wake up. Then I took, oh my God, Wan'Dale Robinson back to back, just like the true OGs do. Taking the Wan'Dale, the Robinson, the man, the probably one spike week man, myth legend. Anyways, taking Wan'Dale there. I would have maybe taken McMillan, but I couldn't afford that fourth week 9 bye. Thielen, I don't know. I feel like he's probably done after this year. Like they're gonna diminish his role, and he's probably gonna be phased out quite a bit. And at the end of the guys, Pat Bryant, Duami Brown. I don't know if I would. I don't know. Maybe Duami Brown, but that's okay. Took Mason Taylor and then took Russell Wilson. Could have taken Theo Johnson. Oh, I got sniped with Theo Johnson, eh? I would have got sniped. But maybe I would have. No, but I don't know if I would have taken Theo Johnson where I took Mason Taylor. I would have assumed that I could get Mason Taylor, like Theo Johnson after. So maybe he would have taken Mason Taylor if I didn't take him, right? So that's one thing. That he probably would have taken Mason Taylor if I took Russell Wilson there. He would have taken maybe Taylor. I wonder if he would have taken Taylor or if he was looking for Theo Johnson for any reason, but he didn't have Russell Wilson. So I don't know. Anyways, he took Theo. I took Russell Wilson. Russet Wilson is my third quarterback. And then I took Sean Tucker. We just talked about that as to Rachaad White's injury and the now being Sean Tucker being the backup potentially for Bucky Irving. So if something was to happen to Bucky, Mr. Sean Tucker will come in. What is that movie? John Tucker? John Tucker Must Die? No. Sean Tucker Must Live and be the starting running back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers if something was to happen. So not too bad. Of a team. Do we have room for one more? Do you have time for one more? I don't know. Do you guys even care? Is anyone even out there? Hello? Hello? Is anyone out there? I don't think anybody is. But let's see. These flocks are fun, but I got a lot of those already. Should we not do another puppy? Yeah, let's do another puppy, and maybe tomorrow we'll do a Best Ball Mania one. So, thanks for everybody for joining in. No one's joined in, I don't think. But anyways, if you do listen to this after the fact, somehow searching on YouTube and you're pretty bored, or if you're drunk scrolling and you kind of somehow click on this link and you listen to it and you fall asleep to it, that's probably what's going to happen. If I can catch you at the moment when you wake up right now to go to the bathroom, I'm going to say, please like and subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't hurt. And it makes me feel good about myself. And makes me think like I've made a difference in this world. Just give me that feeling, right? Just give me that good feeling inside. That one person listened to me. Yeah, let's move on to our third draft of the evening, maybe our last one tonight. Yeah, gonna be. Let's not get the early picks. I know it was pretty much ending in the second half of the rounds, usually 7 to 12, and been getting them 2 and 3. So let's see what happens this one. Let's see where we end up. And pick number 10, just on cue, just as I said it would happen. So pick number 10. It's a little bit different from the last two drafts where I was picking 2 and 3 respectively. Can be picking at number 10 now. So we're looking at a range of these 5 wide receivers and then the running back. So kind of potentially the same as to what has been going on prior to. And I forgot to put some music on, so because it doesn't, let's put some music on. Let's start this draft here. We're drafting the number 10 slot. And now it's going to be one of those, obviously this wide receiver is looking good. The running backs are kind of going back on the second round. You got your choice of running backs too. So it's going to be, like I was saying, interesting, right? Because Puka is falling quite a bit. I think the Stafford news have scared people off. Like he was going right after McCaffrey now, and Neighbors has kind of jumped him, and so has Nico Collins. So, yeah, the Puka slide, and he went like what last draft? He went where? Where did he go again? I think he went 16th or 17th, right? So, a little bit of risk there, right? With Puka, I guess people are looking at and not very confident on having him in the first round, right? So that's interesting. I'm going to be stuck. I'm going to get that same dilemma right now, which would be funny. Do I take Puka or do I take Amon-Ra? Or Neighbors? Eee. Let's take Neighbors. Let's live a little. I would have taken Amon-Ra. I was really close to taking Amon-Ra, but I feel like I've done that before, so I'm kind of trying to get away from that. I probably would have taken, like I said, I would have taken Amon-Ra, St. Brown, but let's get Neighbors in there. I just get worried about Neighbors' injury history. Like, I know he's only played 1 year, but he seems a little bit like banged up quite a bit, and so yeah, my concern for him is that can he stay healthy and when I need him the most? But he's an awesome talent. So I'm not, you can't go wrong with him. Let's take Mr. Ashton Genty. The guy that I'm better than as a running back. Like I've talked about, my career average is 0.00 yards per carry. And Ashton Genty's is minus 0.33 yards per carry. So I technically am a better running back than him. But unfortunately, I'm not in the player pool this year. So I'll take Ashton Genty. It seems like this man is going to get the ball quite a bit. Don't worry, it's preseason. Like but it was good. Played. He's gonna get the ball. I think in third down, he's gonna get the early down work. I think this man is gonna be a hell of a talent. He is a hell of a talent, but I think he's gonna be in a hell of a situation this year. And he's gonna be eating. He's gonna eat quite a bit this year. With the Pete Carroll running offense and the Chip Kelly offense, I'm excited to see what Las Vegas does. I'm really excited to see what Las Vegas does. See any surprises here? Josh Allen goes earlier than usual, second round. That's a surprise there. And Lamar Jackson then goes in the second round to the Chase owner. So that's the top end quarterbacks going a little bit earlier than normal. They're usually in round 3, but kind of falling down to going up during round 2 instead of round 3 this year. Nice, not bad. Jamar Chase, Lamar Jackson, Jonathan Taylor, not a bad build right there with BSB Backstreet Boys 71. Not bad. Not bad here, like Lamb, Bowers, and T. Higgins. Not looking good. Yeah, interesting. Nice little teams got to compete against in this pod right here. Let's see what the Allen drafter does. He takes Marvin Harrison. So, yeah, some good threesomes over here. Not in that way, but okay, let's see what's coming up here. Let's take Omari and Hampton. Let's do the rookie running back. Oh man, the 2 rookie running backs. What can go wrong? We got Ashton Genty and we got Omari and Hampton. Yeah, that's exciting, right? Fuck the result. I just having the 2 rookie running backs just to go back to back like that. That's gonna be exciting. So I don't even care what my team does now after this. That's just exciting. I'm very excited. Let's take Kittle. Let's take a tight end. We never let a tight end drop there. Okay. 2 things I've been taught in life. One is to not, don't lie, cheat, steal. The other one, don't let an elite tight end fall in ADP. Make sure you grab one. So take Kittle there. I obviously would have looked at Ted McMillan there. So Ted McMillan or Kittle. I'm going to go with the elite tight end right now. So a little bit of an interesting build I have right here. I have 2 running backs. I have 1 wide receiver, and I have a tight end. My 2 running backs are Ashton Genty, Omari, and Hampton. So I went rookie running back, okay? Takes a lot of balls to do that, buddy, okay? It's going to be a hell of a team. Hell of a watch, okay? And then you can have, Raheem. I got Raheem Mostert, Najee Harris, stepping in there, right, and taking all my dreams away. But let's just see what happens with those 2 running backs, right? And my wide receiver is Malik Neighbors, so I got Neighbors to go with George Kittle as my tight end. Yeah, a little bit of a different team here. Kind of excited. And nothing crazy going on here. All the wide receiver run is going. Jalen Hurts goes where he goes. Jaden Daniels goes where he goes. Yeah, I could have a potential Jaden Daniels stack there. That would have been nice too. Pickens, Metcalf, Sutton, Moore, Worthy. Oh my God, all wide receivers gone. Jeez. That's 9 wide receivers in a row. Someone take a running back. Oh God, Travis Hunter goes too. Oh my God, stop it, will you? That's 11 wide receivers in a row. Let's see. Oh no, 12 wide receivers. I'm going to have nobody. I'm going to have to take Wan'Dale Robinson in like the 6th, 5th round. Oh, and Hubbard goes. The streak ends. Oh, now the running back streak starts. Geez, just on cue, right? All the running backs are going now. I got to take... Let's see here. Make a stack with... Oh, I don't do that. 4... Yeah. Let's take Mr. Rome Odunze with my 5th pick. And I'm hoping a certain Mr. Ricky Pearsall gets drafted. And so I can't take him. Never mind. Let's take a certain Juwan Jennings, who I don't even know if he's going to play or not. That's so shitty. Come on. Does he really have bad calves, or does he just wants to get paid? What is it? Come on, buddy. Let's take some Juwan Jennings here. So we got the exciting rookie running back Ashton Genty, Omarion Hampton, and then we have Malik Neighbors, Rome Odunze, Juwan Jennings, and we have George Kittle as our tight end. So looking to build a little bit of a San Francisco stack there. Did the Pearsall guy? No, he just took Pearsall because he wanted to take Pearsall. Thanks, man. Man, the wide receivers are going quick, eh? Like, I'm probably not going to get a good one now. Who do I have? Like, pick 82. If I'm lucky, if I can get Matthew Golden. Oh, no, I'm not going to get Matthew Golden. Godwin again. Ugh. I got to take the risk with Godwin. Godwin's going to kill me. Mr. Chris Godwin. Hey. God, I need Godwin to play. Jacoby goes. There's some hope. And Burrow's been falling in all these drafts, eh? Like, maybe I'm onto something when I took him that time. Matthew Golden goes. God, all these guys are just zero running back, eh? I'm honestly gonna end up with Chris Godwin. No, Godwin's gone. Sorry, what am I talking about? Oh, Godwin went. Where did he go? Where did Mr. Chris Godwin go? No, he didn't go. What am I? No, Mr. Chris Godwin is there. Ooh, what do I do? How bad is Jaden Reed? You know what? Let's take Chris Godwin. It is what it is. Hopefully he comes back. Hopefully he's ready to roll. And if he's not, then he's not. But here's hoping he is. Ooh, what do I do? Let's take Shakir. Kind of a rush pick there. Might have been not too early. I probably could have taken Brock Purdy, who I probably will take with my next pick, just to kind of build that stack. But yeah, with clearly Shakir, I'm not a big fan. I think I just took him out of necessity. Just doesn't get enough, like, you know, he is like he's targeted in that Bills offense, but he doesn't get the red zone, like he doesn't get the touchdowns, which we need, right, for this best ball scoring. So like maybe I rushed it a bit. That's okay. It is what it is. Like I said, the wide receivers are going fast, right, in this draft, like, and they're being taken quick, so I missed out on quite a few of them. So right now, right on this, in this pocket of the draft, like, you're just getting the same type of player, right? You're not, so whatever, I'll hitch my wagon to Josh Allen being one of Josh Allen's favorite targets. Yeah, so looking for that Brock Purdy to come back to me, please do. Who am I going to be worried about here? Who am I going to be worried about? CMC drafter, would he take Brock? What do you take Brock Purdy? I don't know. No, you could take Dak. You could take Drake May. You could take Penix. I think I'll be okay here. I know I can't let him go. I gotta take him in that first pick. I gotta take him in the 9th round. I can't take him in the 10th round because I feel like this guy does not have a quarterback. The under shy. I don't know. God, is this guy auto drafting? Cat Massady. Please don't take a quarterback. Oh, it takes Dak Prescott, which I thought he would. Bobby Bonilla, welcome to the pod, my friend. That guy spending his $1 million quite great. Playing best ball, of course. You know, you get $1 million every year on July 1st. You should be spending it on. Oh, you piece of shit. Oh my God. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why would you do that? Mom Pants 10, you stupid idiot. Like, you couldn't wait for Bryce Young and Trevor Lawrence, you dumb idiot. God. Anyways. Gotta keep my cool. Let's take Mr. Colston Loveland here. Paired with my Caleb Williams stack that I gotta build now. I don't know. I'm not really impressed by Burden. I don't know if Burden's gonna really be a factor this year. Depending what they do with DJ Moore, I think that I don't know if Burden, like, I think there's something about his preseason usage that I got from PFF. So shout out to PFF. They're an awesome resource for that kind of stuff. But PFF had like Burden coming in like the third string. Like he could get better, obviously, you know, if he does well in training camp. He did have a late start, so I know Ben Johnson's been on his ass. But if for any reason he's not doing well, you know, there's potential of him like not coming in late in the season. And then if DJ Moore and Rome Odunze are healthy, and you got Colston Loveland and Cole Kmet, like where does Burden really fit in? Like, do you really need a guy like that to step up? Is there any potential for him to step up? Like if everyone's healthy? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Interesting. This all wouldn't have been a problem if Mom Pants, that idiot, didn't take Birdie. But anyways. We got Backstreet Boys over here. Jordan Love. Let's see what we can get here. Pick 130 and 135. I love my man Christian Kirk. He probably won't end up. Marvin Mims is looking good to me. Thanks, Bigsby. Mims is gone. Is Hollywood coming back? What's up with you, brother? Like, how are you always injured? This man gets injured more than anybody I know. Always injure that guy. Come on, bruh. A little interesting dilemma we have here now. I do need to look. Okay, so let's scrap that. Let's go with Justin Herbert. Mom Pants doesn't pants me one more time. Like, I know you're not watching the stream. No one's watching the stream, so not like you know what I'm going to do. So let's take Justin Herbert here, my second quarterback. Microstack with Amari and Hampton. Ooh, and should I reach for him? Listen up, people. Don't do this at home. Don't do it. Don't pick Keenan Allen. Oh my God, pick 135. I just did it because I made the stack. Why did I do that? Should have taken Jalen Blue. Fuck. Your dad is tired. It's past his bedtime. He doesn't know what he's doing. Took Keenan Allen to kind of make that stack with Justin Herbert because it was desperate. I don't know. See, this is the prime. Do not reach for players. Let's do the stack. I'm like I kind of go against my own advice sometimes. But anyways, quarterbacks: Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert. My running backs and my rookies, my two youngins, Ash and Genty, Omari and Hampton. Then I got Malik Neighbors, Roma Dunze, Juwan Jennings, Chris Godwin, Khalil Shakir, Keenan Allen. And I got George Kittle and Colston Loveland. So your dad, not the smartest guy in the bed, not the smartest tool in the shed, right? It's okay. You can say it. Your dad won't mind. But I don't know what to tell you. I reached, I came, I saw, and I got Keenan Allen in the 135. The ultimate reach, my friend. The ultimate reach. Oh my God, can I go land Bayshall 2 for 3 drafts in a row? Oh my God, 3 rookies. Oh my, I think I gotta do it just for the 3 rookies running backs. Should we just do the three rookie running backs? Like, come on, that's pretty exciting, no? Oh my God, how many people have that team? How many people have the 3 rookies as your starting 3 running backs in your best ball team. That's pretty exciting stuff, guys. Pretty exciting stuff. The most exciting thing that's going to happen to you on a Sunday evening is potential three rookie running backs as your first 3 running back picks. It could happen. Could happen. Let's see. Mom Pants may not let that happen. Okay. Mom Pants has not been getting in Dad's pants. Fantasy Football Dad has been left hanging dry. So Mom Pants, let's see what you do here, buddy. Are you up for the 3 rookies? Cat Massey, you idiot. You ruined it. I'm not... Oh, man. I could take Judkins and make it potentially 3. I will go against my better judgment. I will not take Quinshawn. The man might not even play. But I don't know. 3 rookie running backs. That's exciting. That might be worth it. Even if he doesn't play, just the novelty of having 3 rookie running backs is worth it. But let's take Najee Harris to pair with my Marion Hampton. I got all the LA Charger running backs. Najee, if he can see, he might be out there. I don't know. Poor guy. And this PSA is brought to you by Fantasy Football Dad. Are you an NFL player and you decide to play with fireworks? Please don't do it, because it's not a good thing. Put the fireworks down, man. Jeez. Let's take Mr. Geno Smith. I'm going to try to get the Dante Thornton in the end there, but I don't think I will. Yeah. So I was hoping Dante Thornton falls to me again. Get out of here, Wandell, man. I'm not taking you again, buddy. God. Wandell just staring at me with those big blue eyes, looking to have me take him again. I'm not taking you again, Wandell. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I can't take you again. It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be the right thing to do for me. Can't take you again, buddy. I know you want to end up on this team. I know what it means to you to be drafted back to back to back. The 3-peat on the Fantasy Football Dad's team, but I can't do it. I'm sorry. Oh man, Dante Thornton is gone. My 3 quarterback build is done. I should have taken Russell Wilson. Why did I take Geno? I don't even know what the hell I'm doing anymore. I got too ambitious. I thought I could do the Geno and the Dante Thornton stack again, but clearly I can't. So looks like we are not going down that path. Your dad is tired now. He's kind of falling asleep. Oh my God, Wandell, you get out of here, man. Leave me alone, honestly. Why are you here? How was no one taking you? Oh my God, I could have made that. Russell Wilson, Wandell, and Neighbor stack, but oh my God. That is like 3 picks that probably aren't going anywhere. Except for Neighbors. Neighbors probably gonna do well, but those other 2 idiots probably wouldn't. So, whatever. Just saving myself from them. Let's take Mr. Jack Besh to kind of save my Geno Smith pick there. And then I'll probably take Mr. Oh, Wandell, Cam Massady. He knew. That son of a bitch. He knew I had the eyes for only Wandell. But I couldn't do it. Let's take Mr. Jack Besh here. Save my Geno stack. I'm really liking that that little Sean Tucker pick at the end there. I think I'm gonna try to grab him again. I honestly, I just like, why not? As you're, like I said, if this goes a certain way with Rashad White and you know, and I think they're probably gonna have Tucker involved a lot more, even as like as a backup. So yeah, let's take Rico Dowdle over Woody Marks here. I got some Woody Marks already. Oh, 3. I could have done the 3 rookies. Shit. That's okay. You know, you can't enjoy all the nice things in life. Can't enjoy the 3 rookie running backs. Oh, Bobby Bonilla. Should I have taken him Woody Marks? I don't know. Like, I think he's good for DraftKings, like a PPR format, because like all you hear is about Woody Marks being a good, like a pass receiving touch, like a receiving running back, but pass catching running back. So I don't know. Maybe he's good in between the tackles. Maybe it's early down work if Chubb is done, and then you got Dameon Pierce still there. So I wonder, right? Like Woody Marks is like. Then you got Dare Ogunbowale in there. So I wonder how well his touches would even like be, right? Like how much touches did he get? Interesting. So the team looking right now is Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert, Geno Smith as my quarterbacks. I got Ashton Genty, Omarion Hampton, Najee Harris, Rico Dowdle as my running back so far. Malik Neighbors, Rome Odunze, Jawan Jennings, Chris Godwin, Khalil Shakir, Keenan Allen, Jack Besh as my wide receivers. And I have George Kittle and Colston Loveland as my tight ends. I'm wondering now if I should go with a Cole Kmet as my tight end. And just get all the tight end points for Chicago. Apparently, Kmet's still going to have, a role to play. So maybe I go with Kmet. Because I know Kittle's a stud. And then I just bank on one of those 2 idiots getting a touchdown, right? Or getting a, going off in 1 week, so I get the other one. So, yeah. Like I would have taken 2 run tight ends anyways with, having George Kittle, but why not have Kmet and split up get all the tight end points for Chicago, because I guess like probably not gonna be that many anyways to begin with, but whatever. Mr. Cole Kmet, come on down. Gonna raise your ADP while I'm at it. I want you back up there, buddy. I feel bad for you. And once again, jumping on that Sean Tucker bandwagon. He's going to be our 5th running back. I'm the one that's responsible for raising his ADP. Last 2 drafts, I've taken him. So we have our 3-5-7-3 build. We have Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert, Geno Smith. And our running back room consists of 2 rookies back-to-back, Ashton Jeanty, Omari and Hampton. Then we got Najee Harris to supervise Omari and Hampton in there. We have Rico Dowdle as well. And then we have Sean Tucker. My wide receiver room consists of Malik Neighbors, Roman Dunze, Juwan Jennings, Chris Godwin, Khalil Shakir, Keenan Allen, and Jack Besh. Man, I got the rookie running backs. I got the second-year wide receivers. Look at that. Look at your dad work. And then for the tight end room, went with unconventional George Kittle as my lead tight end. And then I took Colston Loveland and Cole Kmet. My whole thinking there is one of these 2 idiots will get a touchdown one of these games. That's good for 1 catch, which is a half point, plus a touchdown, 6.5, plus 3 yards, 6.8. So I'll take those 6.8 points that these guys will probably max out at. And let's just go from there. If one was to get injured, the other was smash. So look at it that way. Excuse me. And that is it, everybody. Thank you for not coming onto the show and not commenting, but maybe listening. Thank you for listening after the fact. I would love it. And if you liked it, please like and subscribe. Please just comment. Say something. Comment that this sucked, or comment that what would you do that for, or comment I can't believe you picked Wandell back to back. You are a sick individual. All those comments will be fine. Thank you so much. I hope everybody had a great end of their weekend. I hope everyone enjoys the Monday that they're about to experience tomorrow. I know I won't, but maybe there's somebody out there that likes Mondays because they love what they do, or they're really rich, or they're going to be drafting a best ball team right in the morning. You know, that's the best way to start off a day. But anyways, thanks again for everybody. Had a lot of fun drafting these 3 teams. Kind of interesting builds. Your dad's not perfect. Okay, this is really your dad just trying to learn the ropes of best ball and just having some fun with it. All right, take care. Have a great night, everybody.